Yo guys, well today I'm gonna make a video about 5 things I actually hate about the BMW 1 Series. Like each car, no car is perfect and has its fault. Also, this car does have its fault. And today I'm gonna talk about the 5 things I actually don't like about this car, which was pretty hard to do because I actually enjoy the car. I really do, but I still, after a lot of searching and nitpicking also, I found 5 things that I don't like about this car. And the first thing is the starting price. Starting price of the 1 Series, in my opinion, starts pretty high, and you don't get that much for it. I mean, when you go to a lower brand, like Peugeot, Renault, stuff, cars like that, you know what I mean? They tend to give you much more value of a car for the same money, and just on BMW you just don't get that much. Also, the options are pretty expensive, so that's why you find lesser well-equipped cars than in other brands. For example, my mother's Peugeot is a full option one, and it had exactly the same sticker price as this car, which has only like a third of the options. So yeah, I mean, they're from the same year, and this one is a petrol one, the other one is a diesel one, so not 100% comparable, but you get the idea. I mean, you just don't get a lot of options from the factory, and the base price is a little bit high, but that's what you get from BMW. Then the second thing I don't like is the stereo installation on this one. If you set the bass that's higher than the stock settings, and you put the volume 2 buttons higher, then you will get a lot of rattle from the speakers. The stock sound suspension is just terrible. When you just for regular listening, it's okay, but once you want some more bass and a higher volume, then it just rattles like a motherfucker. No, it's just not good. I'm gonna upgrade that also for sure, because this, the stock system, it's okay for casual listening. It's not the worst that I've heard. That's for sure. But it's not a superior system. I really don't, like. I just don't like it. It's just too quiet, too basic. Yeah, it's not my cup of tea, as they say. Then the third thing that I don't like about this car is actually the fuel consumption. It's for 1.6 with 102 horsepower. It's better than the previous car I've owned, the old 1.6 natural aspirated one. But now I'm not a big fan of it. It's pretty high if you ask me. That I go around 8.2 liters. I'll see my fuel consumption 9.5 actually now, because I've done some traffic and city miles. The fuel is actually pretty high. I mean, you get 8 to 10 liters pretty easily without hammering the throttle too much, because this car has not quite a lot of power, and it's actually a detuned engine. So even when you go full throttle, you still are not harming the engine that much, yet you still have pretty high fuel consumption. And like more modern cars, they get about 5 to 6 liters with the same driving style. It's far much better than the previous car I've had, but if you ask me, it's still pretty high. Then the fourth thing that I don't like about this car is actually the gas response. My previous one, which was natural aspirated, had a pretty good gas response. When I hit the throttle, it went immediately. On this one, not so much. I already had almost an accident, which would have been my fault. I actually want to change lanes, and I hit the throttle in third gear, and it actually took a good second until the car reacted. And I still was, my previous car just reacted immediately. And here, of course, with the turbo lag, they have to spool up and then they react. I'm not a big fan of it. Well, look, in lower RPMs, the car reacts better as the previous one, that's for sure, because that one was natural aspirated. But it just takes a second longer. And I really don't like the gas response on this car. I really don't. It's just pretty slow. And then also another thing that I don't like about my 140i is the performance of the engine itself. I know once it gets remapped, it will be a beast. It will have a good 220, 230 horsepower, but now it's just I don't know, man. I don't think it's worth it. Get a 140i, 102 horsepower. The sticker price that you pay is it's pretty hefty, if you ask me. 102 horsepower for the money that you pay. You can get so much more value for your money. I just think that 102 horsepower is just too lame for this car. It should be at least have been 120. But just 102 for the amount of money that you paid is just too low. I really don't like the performance. It's fine until 100 kilometers an hour, but once you hit third gear, then it's really just rubbish. I could have barely hit 140, 150 when it's uphill. But yeah, I'm just not a big fan of the stock performance of the engine. I know it's detuned quite a lot, but when you tune it in the beginning, it will void your warranty, and you just don't want to do that because when something breaks, you're fucked. Because it's a BMW, it's quite expensive. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it for today, guys. I hope you guys liked the video, and if you did, you can always leave a like and subscribe. Bye.